Alright, there are a couple of laptops that came out this year that we think just deserve more love than they got. These are the laptops that, as we looked back over our Black Friday coverage, we're like, why didn't we give these more attention? So with that said, here are the most underrated laptops of 2025. These are the ones that if you aren't thinking of buying, you probably should be taking a look at. And as per usual, all the links are below the video and of course on our website bestlaptop.deals, where over there we track prices right across retailers. First, it's the IdeaPad Pro 5i, which is the laptop that inspired this video. When we were doing our best laptop for programmers video, the roundup one, there were actually 10 things that a laptop needed to hit to be a perfect programming machine. Well, the IdeaPad Pro 5i, it hit the most out of any laptop. It's a super compact and portable laptop that can just do it all. It comes with a powerful Intel Arrow Lake 8 CPU, you can get it with a dedicated GPU, a 5050 that is. It's got a great screen, super comfortable keyboard that's just really satisfying to type on. In fact, on the screen it really surprised us. You see, IdeaPad Pro 5s, they used to have pretty mid screens that just lacked a wide color gamut and weren't as pixel dense. Probably for Lenovo to keep its costs low. But this screen, it's really good and it just ticks all the boxes. In addition to this, the IdeaPad Pro 5i, it's very slim and lightweight, really portable for a 16-inch laptop. Its main con though is it's just not as widely available as we'd like, and it can be hard to find a model in the USA with 32 gig of memory. Do check our site, if there is a config, we'll link to it over there. Look, I want to finish with this about the IdeaPad Pro 5i. You see, the Asus Zephyrus G16, it got a lot of love from reviewers this year. Not just from us, from many reviewers. It's the kind of laptop that you can just do anything on and you can do it really well. It is portable, it is powerful, you can play games on it, you can run Linux on it, you guys get the point. Well, the IdeaPad Pro 5i, which is over here, it's really a much more affordable Zephyrus G16, with the only major sacrifice being the dedicated GPU, maxing out at a 5050, and perhaps its more basic aesthetic. Overall, I really regret us just not giving it an award in our 2025 awards video. It should have taken home a trophy as the best Windows laptop for programmers. Next, we have the Strix Scar 16. This is Asus's premium gaming laptop that was redesigned this year. We actually got it in pretty early 2025, right around NVIDIA's 50 series launch, but it was really unstable. It just kept blue screening, so it kind of turned us off it and we put it on ice. Well, 6 months later we took it off ice to use as one of our main video editing laptops, and boy were we pleasantly surprised. Immediately, it was obvious that those issues were due to NVIDIA's early stage drivers. Anyway, Lenovo's Legion Pro 5i and the 7i, they just got so much love this year, but we kind of like the Scar better. The main reason is it's just more comfortable to use. It feels incredibly cool while gaming and video editing. Seriously, its keyboard deck and palm rest temperatures are just so much lower than the competition. This is a signature thing of Asus's thick gaming laptops, by the way. The Strix G16, their value for money gaming laptop, it's also very cool to the touch. Now sure, gaming laptops like the Alienware and the Legion, they may get a couple of extra frames in games, but I think most people would trade that for a more comfortable gaming experience. To add to this, the Scar exhausts hot air out the back, not on your mouse hand like the Alienware. Its ports are in good locations not far down the laptop like the Legion's. It has a stunning, fast refresh rate mini LED display, and if you are using it under load, like doing something where you need both hands on the keyboard, it will feel even cooler than its competitors as it doesn't have a number pad. You see, laptops with number pads, they make you keep your right hand closer to the center of the laptop where it is hotter. Honestly, we've used this laptop extensively and it really is the premium gaming laptop that most people should be buying. At the other end of the scale is a cheapie. It's HP's OmniBook Aero 13. If you're just looking for a good laptop for basic use that just doesn't break the bank, the OmniBook Aero, it's a strong contender. At least, that is what Sierra and I would buy, if you can get it for its sale price of around $569. At that price, it's very well built for a cheap laptop. It looks really stylish too. It has one of AMD's current gen Ryzen processors, which are very power efficient, and you can get it with sufficient memory and storage, which not all laptops at this price point give you. I'm looking at you, Mr. MacBook Air. Anyway, the main issue is that its price can fluctuate a lot. Its MSRP is a lot higher. If it's more than $700, guys, there are better options like Microsoft Surface Laptop 7. And sorry to keep mentioning the website, but please keep an eye on the price tracker over there to ensure that you're not being ripped off. Next is the Asus Zenbook DUO. If you are a coder or someone who wants a portable laptop that gives you maximum productivity, this is an absolutely awesome one to take a look at. What makes the Duo so special is that it has two 14-inch displays, and they're great displays. You just get so much screen real estate, and unlike other dual-screen laptops, the Duo, it can be used as a regular one too. You see, its keyboard deck can be placed on top of the bottom screen, where it charges. And since the keyboard deck has a built-in trackpad, as I said, you can use it exactly as you would a regular laptop. Look, other dual-screen laptops like Lenovo's Zenbook DUO, they can only be used in dual-screen mode and not as a regular laptop. That's because its keyboard, it just can't be docked and it doesn't have a trackpad at all. So with that device, you have to bring a mouse with you and you just end up carrying around a pile of stuff. Well, not on the Duo. It is just really easy to carry around and it's great to have the option of using it as a regular laptop. Anyway, in addition to its dual screens, it has a powerful Intel H processor which gives you plenty of performance for coding, music production and things like that. The main issues with the Duo, which might I add are pretty minor, are that it is slightly thicker than a regular laptop and it is slightly heavier. Also, it can't be used with the two screens side by side. You see, its kickstand, it only works with the screens stacked on top of each other, which can look a bit odd and I don't find quite as comfortable looking up and down. I personally just prefer to use dual screens side by side. Anyway, hopefully Asus comes out with a kickstand in the future that supports both these modes. Next is the ThinkPad X1 2-in-1. On the surface, it's got some really good points. It's a solidly built 2-in-1 with touch and pen support. It's got a matte display, which means you won't have to deal with pesky reflections. It's got a very comfortable ThinkPad keyboard with a really good layout. You got these really big arrow keys and enough of a gap to the dedicated page up and down keys that you don't mispress them. In fact, on dedicated keys, you also have dedicated buttons for home and insert and delete. Now, for ThinkPad lovers, you have the red track point, of course, and for those who don't use it, you can just get it with a haptic trackpad for the same price actually, which really surprised us. If you do get the haptic trackpad one, it is larger as you don't need to reserve space for the left and right buttons that the track point requires. I personally don't like using trackpads that cut off vertical space for those buttons as my finger just always runs out of room. So I'd get the haptic version. But guys, none of this matters. You see, the reason this laptop is on this list is it has the best battery life of any laptop we've ever tested, with a small battery in fact. And yes, it even lasts longer for basic office use than a MacBook. Alright, lastly, we're going to be returning to gaming with the XMG Neo 16, also sold as the Hydrox 16 here in the USA. I have one of them right here, at least the XMG version. I'm going to keep this brief. We've tested several XMG Neo 16s over the years and they always perform the best of any 16-inch laptop, and that's kind of the case here. It can be had with AMD's excellent Ryzen 9 HX3D processor or the Intel HX1. It's pretty rare, by the way, to get a high-end gaming laptop with that Ryzen processor, and I know a lot of you will want that combination. You see, that chip is essentially a desktop AMD processor shoved into a laptop. Other than this, it's a really well-built machine. But compared to premium options from Lenovo or Asus, there are a couple of things you need to be aware of. It is super heavy for a 16-inch laptop, its ports are also very far down the machine and may get in your way. It's also pretty pricey, but that's not uncommon for a laptop packing this kind of hardware. Also, don't buy the water cooling unit for it. We've had a couple of them in. They're just really gimmicky. They tend to leak and honestly, they're pretty loud when you're running them. I really hope that Electronics and XMG, they remove the water cooling as an option. It does require water cooling pipes to go through the laptop, which is probably why it weighs so much. Well, that's our list of the laptops that you probably should be thinking about, but might not have heard of before. What do we miss? What laptops haven't we given enough love to this year? And please don't say the Yoga Pro 7. It's not available in the USA, believe me, I have tried to get it in. Anyway, like and subscribe if you haven't. It is something just so easy that you can do that really does help us grow, which means that we can make more videos for you and we really want to. Till next time, go do something awesome with your day and I will catch you later.